back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing well and you have had a great week, a great day, you know, all that, this, that, and the third. For today's video, I wanted to do something that I often get questioned about, and it's how I come up with my cut creases. If you follow me on Instagram, I did post a picture a while ago. I think it was like 2 months ago, and I had a berry cut crease and people were wondering how I did that so well. So I decided to go on here and do a video on how you can achieve the perfect cut crease. It is hard, I'm not gonna lie. Doing a cut crease is hard. When I first started learning how to do those things, it took me a long time before I could actually master it. It looks complicated, but when you actually start to practice it and do it more and more, you'll start to get it. Trust me. I was in front of my mirror days after days trying to get the perfect cut crease until I finally learned it, and I was just so happy that I could finally get it, and now I love doing them. So I wanted to do this video for you guys to make it helpful for you and to answer any questions you may have. I did this video in a way where it's kind of step by step. You can really see what I'm doing because that's the important part, really seeing the detailing that I'm doing in my eyes. So I came up with this look today. I wanted it to be wearable, which is why I did it matte. And for some people, or actually a lot of people, they prefer for a cut crease to be matte because they find it a little bit more wearable and a little bit more neutral. But of course, you can play around with color if you'd like to. If you're not following me on my social media, do it now. Do it now. It's in this little box. Do it now. Do it now. Also, subscribe so that you never miss any of the fun. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. You know what to do. Alright guys, let's get started. So I went ahead and zoomed you in just a little bit so I can show you the whole priming process. Remember, anytime you're working with eyeshadows, you have to prime your eyelid. Our star primer today is going to be my NYX eyeshadow base. You'll see this a lot used when it comes to cut creases, as I demonstrated in this video. So make sure you have that on hand. That's going to be very important. So we're going to go ahead and take this and prime our eyes and set it as I always do. To do this, I'm using a concealer brush that looks like this to get all around my eyelid. Plus, concealer brushes just make it easier to dig into the pot and get out all the primer that you want to use. So I'm focusing you on my right eye so that you can clearly see what I'm doing with the cut crease. Now for this look, I'm going to be using my Morphe 35O. When I saw this palette, I immediately knew that this was perfect for a cut crease because of all the color variations in this palette. So we're going to work with this one. First thing, just like any eyeshadow look, you want to go ahead and get a transition color. So for today's look, I want it to be wearable. So I'm going to work with mattes today. So for my transition color, I'm going to pick up this orange right here. It's all the way at the right, and I think it's the third one down. I'm going to place this where I would put a transition color above my crease. And you could be messy with this part for right now because we're not going to be doing any cut creasing until a little bit later. So just go ahead and get your transition color down. Next, I'm going to go in with this reddy orange shade and put that in my transition color as well. So you can kind of see this motion I'm doing. I'm bringing it all the way in the inside and then I'm kind of blowing it out this way. And again, it's okay if it's kind of messy right now because we're going to go back in and clean it all up anyway. Next, I'm going to go in with this brown right in the middle of the palette, and I'm going to use a denser brush to apply that into the crease of my eye and blend it in to the transition color. I'm using my Sedona Lace EB 13 brush. It's a nice dense blending brush, and I'm using that to apply this color. With that same Sedona Lace brush, I'm going to take this darker brown and I'm going to focus that directly into the crease. I'm not going to blend it with the transition color, I'm just strictly focusing on the crease. And I know this looks a little messy, but the beauty about cut creases is that you can be a little bit messy with this beginning portion because things are going to get cleaned up anyway. Taking a clean blending brush just to blend things together to make it look less harsh. With a denser crease brush, I'm going to go into the darkest brown in the palette. It's at the bottom, and I'm going to place that directly into my crease. I wish I knew the name of this brush because it's such a good brush, but I'll put it in the description box below as far as what I think this brush is called. But it is a really, really good brush. And like I said, I'm focusing this in the crease of my eye. You see how I'm kind of doing this shape? That's going to help me map out where I'm going to cut my crease. And then with a clean blending brush, I'm going to go through and blend everything again. Picking up this yellow shade on the second row, I'm going to place this underneath my brow bone as a brow bone highlight. This is one reason why I said it's okay to be a little bit messy, because once you added this brow bone highlight, it'll kind of help clean up a little bit of all the work you did. Now this is the part where we actually cut the crease. I'm going to go back in with my NYX eyeshadow base and that concealer brush, and we're actually going to outline where we want the cut to be on our eye. So just watch closely. I'm going to go into the pot with my concealer brush, picking up a good amount, and where you want to cut the crease is not exactly where your eye folds at, but just a little bit above it, a tiny bit above it, because if you put it exactly where your eye folds at, it's going to transfer and it's not going to be that noticeable of a cut crease. So as you watch me do this, I start at the front of my eye and I follow the shape that we were doing, so just watch this action as I do it. And as you can see, I just went a tiny bit above where my eye naturally folds. So once you've gotten this kind of base already done, you can go ahead and fill in the rest. Next, I'm going to go in with this neutral shade right here and put that all over my lid and to set that primer that we used to cut our crease. Now I'm just using the same brush that I used to do my brow bone highlight, and I'm just going to pack that color everywhere where there was the primer. This will ensure that your cut crease stays put. I'm cupping a makeup wipe around my finger so that I can trace where I want to clean it up. So with that makeup wipe, just follow the line that you made and clean it up that way. Now I'm going to take my NYX liquid liner and I'm going to wing out my eyeliner. Lashes are on, and that's all I can do as far as the eye look right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face makeup, and I'll be right back. Ta-da! Now that my face makeup is done, I can go back and finish the eye makeup look. Going back in with the Morphe palette, I'm just gonna put all the matte shades that I put in the crease above the cut crease all over on the bottom of my lower lash line. For a pop of color in my inner corner of my eye, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. No matter if I'm doing a cut crease or not, I always put a nice inner corner highlight. It just really opens up your eyes even more. Gonna line my upper lash line and my waterline with a black kohl eyeliner. mascara, I'm going to use my Milani Runway Lash Mascara. For my lip color today, I wanted to do something that matches the eye look, so I'm going in with my ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade in Limbo. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I hope you guys found this helpful. Like I said, I get a lot of questions about how to make the perfect cut crease, and you know what, it's just one of those things that, like I said, you have to keep trying and you have to keep practicing and then you'll eventually get it. But I really hope that you found this video helpful as far as giving you step-by-step directions on how to do it for yourself. If you recreate this, please tag me in it. I'd like to see it. If you put it on Instagram, if you go on Snapchat, please send it to me. I'd love to see how you guys recreated this look, and you can even play around with the colors. You don't even have to do matte. I went ahead and did matte for the sake of it being wearable, and some people prefer their cut creases to be matte, but of course you can play around with color and shimmers and glitters and all types of things. There is no limit with makeup, and I love to see what you guys came up with. If you're not following me on my social media, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Go ahead and follow me so you'll never miss anything else. Subscribe so you never miss another video. And if you loved this video, please give me a thumbs up. It'll encourage me to do more videos like this. And yeah, that's all I have for today. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.